Hi, scrapbookers and creative friends. This is Linda Petuch. I'm a Creative Memories Independent Advisor in Jupiter, Florida, and I have some autumn things I want to share with you. You may have purchased something from the Croptoberfest Laser Cuts and not be real sure how to use them, so I have an idea which I think you might like, and also some variations on that. So let's get going because Thanksgiving's going to be here before we know it. Let's get this all planned out so that we don't have to think about it when we're prepping dinner or whatever it is you're going to do for Thanksgiving. So let's just take a look. So these are my Thanksgiving thoughts that I've had about our Croptoberfest laser paper pack. I'm really a sucker for these laser cut papers. I just think they're so beautiful. And that cutting that I wouldn't be able to do, I suppose maybe with a Cricut, but it's just so nice to have it already done. So the first thing that I wanted to share is that, of course, this page I'd have no problem using. We're all confirmed tree huggers in our family, so I would just love to use this as it is. And you know that that these are on one color on one side, and then the flip side is different if you want like a different shade. And the dimensions for cutting out for the photos that you'd have in here, this is 4x4 and 4x6. So you'd need to cut your photo at about 3 3/4 by 3 3/4 and 3 3/4 by 5 3/4, just to leave a little margin there so that your photo will fit in there. So that's the tree stump, which I think is very fun. And the next one is this beautiful circular arrangement with the acorns. And I was just wanted to share with you that if you can use our custom cutting circles, and if you use this large circle with the blue blade, that'll cut out this dimension for the inside. And if you use the small circle with the red blade and cut on the outside, that would be for the larger circles. Now, I will have no trouble filling this. This would be a great thing to highlight maybe special desserts that you made or cute pictures of individuals in these different circles. So I have no issue with trying to figure out something to use for that. I'm looking forward to using those. The one that I really want to share with you that I was thinking about using was this one. Now, I did make a little sample for you. Let me show you. I took a piece of the bronze shimmer cardstock, and I popped this on here. And I think from all my years as a primary teacher, this time of the year, we want to talk to the kids about what things you're thankful for. We have them write their things they're thankful for on a feather or so forth, and we make cards for parents and so forth. So I was thinking I want to do that this year with my family. I did make a mock-up for you so you could see. What I did was I used the clips that we have for our templates. You could use a paper clip, that would be good too, but you want to have this clipped on. And what I did was I used, of course, one of our Creative Memories pens. I used the dual tip pen. I tried to use the micro tip end, but it was a little bit too small. Now, I do suggest that you have this already clipped on there, because if you have somebody just try to write, it's going to be very hard to know how you fit in there, how you can fit that in there. It would be lovely, and I'm planning to do this with my family this year, with my friends and my family. And what I'm going to have them do is just everybody write one item that they are thankful for. Now, just like the other laser cut, if you don't care for this lighter color, you flip it over and you have that kind of a burgundy, which is beautiful as well. Okay, now you see that doesn't fit here, so I would have to start it here. You'd have to start fresh and then have everybody write in there. And it is important to already have it clipped on so that they know how much space they have. So I was thinking, okay, that's one way to do it. You have one sheet of paper, and hopefully nobody's going to make a big mistake, and if they do, it's something you can fix. But then I decided it might be fun to do a little variation on that. So what I did here is I used one of the designer paper packs. I used the one with the little crisscross zigzag on there. And I decided that I wanted to cut different colored autumn leaves. And to do that, I used the oval cutting system. And let me just show you on the back. It looks really nice on the front. But if you flip it over and look on the back, I pre-cut the ovals, and then I placed them on here. Now you can see some of them like this. These would be the stem. These long little funny looking things. I cut off a piece of the oval where it was necessary, you know, if it was overlapping, so that I could cover up the stem. See, this is covering the stem right here. So nobody's going to see the back. So that's a non-issue. You can make it just look beautiful. And the other thing about this is that you can basically use, you know, scraps of paper. I just use scraps of paper and I pre-cut. And what I am going to do before Thanksgiving, I'm going to go ahead and have some spare ovals that are ready, so that if somebody messes up, they don't have to feel bad about it. We can just pull that off. And I use repositionable tape to put them on, so that then they can, we can snip that off, take that off, and then they can put their new ID on there. So again, you want to use a pen that will show up, if you, depending what color. So I would go for either brown or black, so that it shows up. And then I also decided here to trace the little acorns that are on this paper. So this was my, now this is ready now, because we're actually having 2 Thanksgiving celebrations. We have family who are coming from out of state and out of the country. So we're going to have our first Thanksgiving next week, and then we'll have another one. So I'm going to use this for the first time next week, and then I'm going to keep it for the actual traditional Thanksgiving Day for the rest of my family and friends, that they can add things that they like or they're grateful for, because that's a lovely thing to think of at this time of the year. So again, these laser cuts are from the Croptoberfest 2022 laser pack. And I also wanted you to think about this. If you have another hole punch, no, not a hole punch, a leaf punch of different, for different leaves. They can be green if you're doing spring, but they could be autumn leaves. You could also punch some of these different leaves. Some of them are a little small, so you'd want to go for the bigger ones. Cut some of the bigger leaves. You can have them pre-punched so that people could write their thoughts on there. And then you could actually add them. Just put them on top, overlay them over these designs that are here. Or also on this page, wouldn't that be pretty to also add their thoughts on a page like this? So you can just have things that they're thankful for, and have the actual people who are the authors of these ideas. Just some more ways to use our products, because we don't want to be stuck with just one way. The other thing, if you did buy the Croptoberfest, you might remember these layouts that I did for the folded paper. Have you seen that video? And from here, I was thinking another thing you could do, you could just write right into these. You could write things you're thankful for down here, but you could also use this paper and either on the acorns, next to the acorns. Wouldn't that be fun to write things? You can write things you're thankful for there. Okay, so another way to use the materials, so we don't get stuck, and we can make sure that we can include that. And I think it would be very nice to have other people's handwriting in your album, and also other people's thoughts, because you are making your historical records for your family. So that would be a good thing to do, family and friends. The other layout I was thinking of that I shared with you for the folded paper was using Golden Harvest. And if you saw that video, I used the Creative Memories autumn leaf border cut a punch, and I was thinking that would be another lovely place to just write along there. And you could write in the leaves. You could also just write words down here, things that you're thankful for. In any case, I think it would be very nice if you have your family and friends who you're celebrating with and you are grateful for, having them add their own information in there, their own thoughts, because memories are timeless treasures of the heart. We want to remember that. So in my description, I will link the Croptoberfest laser paper pack. They are still available if you are interested in getting that. But also think about punches that you have, whether they be border punches or leaf punches that would go with our Thanksgiving and fall autumn theme, and add some more information from on your albums besides just the photos. It'd be a lovely way. It's kind of like interactive journaling. I hope you enjoyed this. I do thank you so much for watching. Please click like if you enjoyed this, and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate that. And I doubt that I'll be back before Thanksgiving, so I wish you all a lovely, wonderful Thanksgiving with family and friends. I'm grateful for you. Thank you.